Hey guys, welcome in. So really excited about this video. It's going to be an interesting one. Basically, going to show you guys how you can use voice notes, automated voice notes, so you're not actually recording them yourself every time, to close deals and get a shit ton of leads through Instagram DMs. Make sure you stick to the end of this video because one thing is actually building these automations and sending out these automated voice notes. The other is obviously using these to actually sell, using these to actually have a structure where you can get in leads, and using this to turn you into sort of like a lead magnet selling machine. So watch the video to the end to actually extract the full value of it. You can watch at 1.2 or 1.5 speed if you want to, but this really shouldn't take that long, and it's going to be a lot of value packed into one video. So before I share my screen and dive into the exact automations, exactly what you need to do to use this method, why is this important, right? You need to understand historically and also what's going on right now and why this actually matters. I've been doing digital marketing for a long time, over a decade now, and this is really something that's changing the game, right? Historically, you would need to run, a lot of meta ads at high volume, and then you'd get a cost per lead, which is pretty high, and then you'd kind of go from there. You'd drop them into like a ClickFunnels style sales page, kind of like what the Russell Brunson days, what they used to do. And then from there, you would convince them on your sales page, all through copy, not through voice, just through a VSL, convincing this is why, these are the value props, landing page, blah, blah, blah. Then they would go ahead and book a call. But it's a much more human experience to do it through DMs, right? Because think about it from a psychological perspective. And this is also why in the affiliate world, a little bit of a tangent, but in the affiliate marketing world, what's happening right now is a lot of people are finding that users who search things on ChatGPT, answer questions back and forth, and then click out are way more likely to purchase an affiliate deal rather than someone on a website. So, for example, if I'm looking for furniture and I go to ChatGPT and ask it all these questions about the best couch, and then it finally recommends me something, and then I click on that, I am way more likely to buy that couch because I've had all my answers, my questions answered, and now I'm ready to buy. Whereas if I just looked up best couches, went onto a website, a blog with all the affiliate links, I am less likely to convert. So my RPS, revenue per session, and conversion rate would be lower on the latter on the blog than it would be on the former, which is through ChatGPT. So this is a similar approach. People are kind of getting tired, and it's really saturated with like landing pages and ClickFunnels and all of that. So if you can have more of a native conversation with them through Instagram DMs with voice notes and stuff like that, you are way more likely to convert the user and actually get a lead because they're, going back and forth, you're answering questions, they feel like they're talking to you directly, like the human, the actual person, and then they're going to be more likely to actually like hop on a call with you, right? The reason you can use anything you want, but the reason hopping on a call is important because in the AI agency world, right? If you're selling AI agents, in a service-based world, any SaaS, right? Any sort of like service-based business, it's usually very high ticket. Like agents are going for $2,500, $3,000 setup fees, right? It's hard to also convince people. It's not e-commerce where it's a $40 product. It's hard to convince people to pay that through a landing page. So if you can drag that traffic to DMs, have a conversation with the prospect, shoot them voice notes, which they will actually think it's you, but it's not, it's automated. They are way more likely to then actually hit on your CTA, which is get on a call, and then that person becomes a lead. Your cost per lead is significantly lower doing this than running a generic meta ad and dragging them to like a sales page or a funnel, right? That is why this is so, so, so valuable. So enough of that tangent. I did need to give that sort of higher overview because you guys need to understand why this is important. So how do you do it? This is exactly how you set something like this up. There's many, many, many ways to do this, in terms of like the way you format it, but this is one that works for me, and I'm just going to show you guys. So you want to head over to ManyChat, app.manychat.com. I can drop the link in the description or somewhere over here, so that you can get it. You can actually just use the free tier. You get 100 contact. It's 1,000 contacts rather. It's just go ahead and use the free trial. You don't even need the pro plan. The pro plan is like $15 a month I'm using right now, but honestly, the free one will get you everything you need. So go over to automations right here, and then start a new automation, and make sure you start from scratch. Don't do one of the generic ones. You want to start from scratch so you can build something like this. If you just do a generic automation, it's not going to give you all of these capabilities. Now, looking at my screen, this may look like a lot's going on and you guys are like, damn, this is complicated. This is literally so easy, and I'm going to show you exactly what's going on here. So this is the final thing that I've built. Let's walk through exactly what's going on, right? So on the front end, I have an ad or an organic reel where I'm trying to sell an AI agent to a business, right? So I either show a demo on the reel, or my ads like, hey, like, look what I did for, this is focused on salons, but you can do this for any niche, right? I like to do niche specific. So my reel is like, hey, check out this like AI agent I set up for XYZ salon. It's handling all of their customer service 24/7 and booking leads into their calendar so the owner doesn't lift a finger. I basically show a quick demo of that, and then I'm like, hey, if you want to know exactly how this works for salons or for your business, I actually made a video where I kind of break this out and show you how it works if you're interested, right? Now, getting someone to watch a video is very low friction. It's very, they're not paying anything. They're not like going out of their way and booking a call. It's very low friction. So you want to start with a low friction CTA, such as, hey, go watch this video and see if it's helpful for you, right? So that's sort of my call to action on my initial ad creative. So either that's an ad, right? Because I am running this as an ad as well for salon owners, specifically targeting salon owners through Meta. So that's an ad. It is also an organic post, which serves as a lead magnet, where I say, hey, if you're a salon owner, like same creative, by the way, like look what I did for the XYZ salon. It handles everything. It books the lead. It sets the appointment. If you want to know how this works for salons, just comment agent, and I will send this this video over to you so you can learn how it works. That's sort of my first trigger. So what am I doing here? I have a trigger here. This is my first event. It's called a trigger. To create an event, you just click anywhere on the canvas. You can kind of like create an event, right? So this is the trigger. So when I get a DM with the message containing agent, so this would be from my ad, right? Because my ad, the campaign structure and objective of the ad set is to drive traffic to DMs by DMing me the word agent. So that would be my paid approach. For my organic approach, it would be comment agent and then do that. So actually, what I would add for that, it's not here right now, I would just add another trigger for user comments on a post or reel, right? That's not in there right now. I haven't added it, but you can very simply add another trigger, all post or reels, that's fine. And then you can add your keyword as agent, and then specific keyword. Just 1 second, give me 1 second here. Yep, so as I was saying, the keyword comment would be agent. Okay, and then I would hit continue. And then yes, you should randomize because you don't want to get spammed as a bot. So as soon as someone comments agent, and then I would basically add things in here, like send the secret check messages, check your DMs, done. You know, I can add other replies too, like whatever you want to do, just sent over to you on DMs, right? So this would go under their comment on your post. Okay, so you can save that. So now I have two triggers, okay, that are both going over here. So either one of these triggers. This one is disabled right now. I can just enable it real quick. I'll just do that later. There we go. So both of these triggers now, either someone DMs me agent, that's my paid, so my paid ad, or someone just comments on my post saying saying agent in the comments, right? So that's organic and paid taken care of. If either of those things happen, they're gonna get this message in their DMs, right? And if they comment, they're also gonna get a comment reply, but they're gonna get this message which says, hey, here is a complete breakdown of how AI agents can connect to and run your salon for you. Again, you can pick any niche you want. Just click below to get it. You may be wondering, why didn't I send the video link right away? Because this creates a higher intent user when they go through a funnel, A. B, if you send a link right away in the first message, that can sometimes be a spam, or it can go to a message request, and Instagram sometimes flags that. So you instead want them to first engage with your initial message and then send them links. Because now, since they've engaged, there's this 24-hour rule on Meta where now you can have conversations with them and you're not like a spam account or something, right? So perfect. The trigger happens. The first thing I say is, here's the breakdown of the video. Click here. Here you go. You can watch the video by clicking the button below. So now they have the video that I promised them I would send them. What is the video, right? The video is basically a VSL that you would have on a landing page too, by the way, which is my YouTube video here, where this is basically my VSL of me showing them how an AI agent can save their business time and money. So I have a full breakout here of the video. I go through the growth systems. I talk about why we made this, what's happening, all of that, some of that stuff, the money they're leaving on the table. Like basically everything is in there in that VSL, right? So they're gonna watch that and then they're gonna understand like, okay, A, this guy really knows what he's talking about. And oh, this could really, really help my business because it's a good VSL, right? And also I send them the video first because it's less friction to watch the video. Cool. So that happens, right? Video send. Now, where do the automated voice notes and stuff come in? I'm getting to that. So this is what happens next, right? I will now, after you do this, so here's a complete breakdown, okay? First of all, let me just show the whole step here because some people might understand. So here's a complete breakdown. I added a button. The button goes to my next message, which is Instagram, right? And this connects to that. Now, when I'm here, this is the video. I've added a button saying watch now with my YouTube video URL, okay? This time, for my next one, I added something called a smart delay. So now I want to wait 30 minutes, give them time to watch the video, chill, whatever like that. After 30 minutes, I send them another message saying, hey, first name. So this is now very personalized, like, hey, Bob, or hey, Dylan. It was AI before, but I'm stepping in now. Obviously, this is not actually me stepping in, but after you watch that, let me know what you think. Would you like to have an AI agent implemented directly into your salon and connected with your CRM, which is, by the way, one of my big value props in my VSL, right? They would see this 30 minutes later, thinking, oh, this guy is actually wanting to have a conversation with me. They would hit yes, please. I would then do another smart delay, okay, for 1 minute. And then it would continue after that 1 minute to my voice note. And why am I waiting 1 minute? Because if I send the voice note immediately, it's like, how can someone record a voice note that quickly, right? So this, okay, yes, now they're very, very high intent. They're like, we've watched the video. Yes, I want to connect an agent like that to my CRM as well for my salon. Perfect. I then, after a minute of that, send them an audio note. So how am I doing this? So you wait 1 minute. Again, next step is going to be Instagram message. In this Instagram message, look what's going on. The very first thing I've added in the left side here is a audio note. How do you do that? From the options over here, you see over here, hit more, and then hit audio. And then from there, select the specific audio recording that you made and add it into ManyChat. You just upload it. How do you make the audio recording? It's very simple. Open QuickTime Player. So let me show you guys real quick. So I've clicked QuickTime Player up here, hit File, New Audio Recording, okay? So if you can see my screen here, I have an audio recording. Record what you want to say. Save it to your desktop or wherever and upload it here. So what am I actually saying in this DM backend follow-up audio voice note? I'm basically saying, like, this is what I'm basically trying to get them to do now is hop on a call. So here's what I'm saying. They've watched the video. Basically, my voice note says, hey, I'm glad you enjoyed the video and seeing how it helps. This is what I basically do. My company, Arzu, builds these AI agents, voice agents, Instagram agents, WhatsApp agents, and we connect directly to your CRM so you don't have to move. It basically automates everything for you, connects bookings, books things into your system, your CRM, so you don't have to lift a finger. By the way, if you would like for this to be implemented into your business and for your CRM, we can definitely set that up. If you just want to book a call with me, find a time slot that works. And on the call, I will show you exactly how this works, exactly how we can connect it into your CRM and basically get everything done for you, right? So that would be this voice note. I would then wait, and then I would set up, like over here, I've set up wait 60 seconds, which is right here, delay within the same block. And then I'm gonna send them the link to book the call, which is to book a call, just go ahead and find a time that works for you using the button below. And then I send them to my calendar booking link, which they will click right here to do that. So this is quite beautiful because they're high intent, they watch the video, they then get a voice note from me, which they think I'm actually on there sending them this voice note, and then I trigger them to book the call. And most people here will just book the call, I have a lead, boom. If they don't, I also can wait another 30 minutes and then just send another follow-up of like, hey, just checking in, were you able to book a call? Did you have any questions? This will usually trigger a conversation. By the way, you can also set this up whereas you only send this last message to people who didn't engage with this one, right? So to do that is very simple. You would just set up a last interaction piece, which is very easy to do in ManyChat. You can look it up on Google, very simple. It would just be instead of a smart delay, it would send them to, actually, let me see if I can show you guys right here. It would send them to a condition. And then your condition would be last interaction on Instagram. And if it's more than like 30 minutes or whatever, you can sort of just send that. So that's basically how it works. Very high intent. You got the voice notes coming in, and yeah, and automated voice notes are sort of flowing in. So, or was I back to my screen? So that's how it works. Very simple, guys. Very high converting. You're sending voice notes right into the DMs. Very important. If you do all of this, obviously the next step is like, how do you set up the ads to get the highest intent users into the voice notes? Or how do you set up organic reels to get the most comments? How do you actually send those ads to the right targeting, to the right business owners? Basically, how can you make money with this? Because this is an incredible lead generation machine, but how do you make money for this? So if you want to learn how to do that, obviously, for the guys here who are already like part of the paid community on School, ignore this. You already know what I'm talking about. For the ones who are not, you can go to the classroom section and on the School community, access all of the links where I show you how to connect this to your ads, actually make money with this to trigger leads, the exact ad scripts, the exact organic reels to get the most comments from business owners, how to distribute this properly to actually make money with this, selling AI agents. All of that is in the community. Check it out in the classroom section. If you want access to it, DM me on Instagram or School or wherever, and you can get access to that where I show you basically holding your hand like how to use this to actually make money in addition to like building the actual agents, voice agents, Instagram agents, WhatsApp agents, conversational agents, how to connect them to the CRMs, how to run cold outreach, how to hire VAs, how to hire like a sales team, how to outsource, how to run cold calling and cold emailing scripts. Basically A to Z, everything is in there in the classroom section. If you want access to that, DM me or message me on Instagram. We can talk about how to get you access to that. But for those of you who have access to it, obviously you know what I mean. And yeah, this is just a great sort of tool to drive high traffic leads and to actually convert. One of the big things that people always ask me is like, that QuickTime Player audio note you put together, like how does it actually go into Instagram DMs? Like, does it look native? And it absolutely does look native. Let me actually show you an example. So this is more for my B2C side. But for example, I'm having this conversation with this guy, right? None of this is me. He had a trigger to one of my ads where he said yes as a trigger. I then sent him this thing to like book a call. And right after that, after the delay trigger, this is the voice note. It looks like an Instagram native voice note. That wasn't me who sent it. So.
It was AI before, now I'm jumping in. Basically, I just show you how to get access to School, where all the modules live, teaching you how to build the agents.
Stuff like that. So that's more on the B2C side, but as you can see, it is very native. It's not like it's not like an audio piece within Instagram. So hopefully all of that was helpful and you guys start implementing automated voice notes in Insta DMs to get more leads. Thank you.